So Scott, we'll start with you, sir. We've talked a little bit about this, but why are the deal registration programs for your channel important in building trust and working with your partner channel?
No, great question. And I love that you started with trust. Deal registration is the cornerstone of your channel program. Without a proper deal registration and the rules of engagement that go with it, you don't have a program. And so when I talk about rules of engagement, the exclusivity period of a partner having, if they bring you an opportunity, they're going to need that time to know that they're trusted, that another competitor is not going to come in and swoop in on their deal, that you're going to protect them, vigorously with deal protection. And we'll talk a bit about what that means to protect them. I think this also includes the incumbency for those of us in the SaaS market, protecting not only the original deal reg, but protecting the incumbency on the renewal. But I think, Ken, that could be another session, maybe an hour-long session, JD. We can look at a future date for that. So with the rules of engagement, with the deal registration protection, what we need to provide the partner is not only, hey, you're going to have that period of exclusivity, but you're also going to have a pricing advantage. So whether that be a discount advantage or price protection, the partner's going to have an advantage over a secondary partner coming in and competing for that opportunity. So that gives pricing, that gives exclusivity, and I think Kate's going to talk a bit about the visibility that provides to us in a moment. But having that sales commitment to your rules of engagement is critical to build that trust. If you at any point break a deal reg, it only takes one to lose that trust with your partner. And all of us are looking to drive channel autonomy. I think many of us want partners to come in, hunt opportunities, do the pre-sales activity, close the deal, and be an extension of our workforce. They won't do any of that unless they feel protected in the opportunity. And then lastly, the channel's been evolving. In the past, it was quite easy. We could go, from the vendor to distributor to reseller to customer, and it was nice and easy, and we could protect them. Now we have other partner types out there, managed service providers, solution integrators, FSIs, that may bring us the opportunity, but may not be involved in the actual PO or transaction. So how do you protect those partners? And that's where I bring Channel Mechanics to help guide us on that evolution. As the channel evolves, how does deal registration evolve with it? So in closing, hey, you build trust with that vigorous protection of deal reg and that rules of engagement. You have a pricing strategy that enforces that differential between the original partner and the secondary partner. And lastly, you get visibility in the pipeline where you can predict your business. And I think that's where Kate's going to go next.
No, I appreciate that. And if I could, before I ask Kate the next question on that, I wanted to. You mentioned it's important about building the trust. Trust is something that, there's lots of ways of categorizing it, but it's one of those items that is, I think, built by the thimble, right? All you guys who sew, I used to cross stitch, a little bit of information about me in the background, but then you lose it in buckets, like by 5-gallon buckets, right? So you do all this work to build up that trust, and then you fill up that bucket, and it just takes one thing, right, to break that out and for you to lose it. I'm curious, have you ever had to handle a channel conflict or intercede on behalf of partners, not necessarily in this role, but in any role? And how difficult is that when you're trying to restitch that relationship?
Well, one, I'm glad to know about your hobby. I look forward to getting a Christmas, something that can hang up in the office on your cross stitch. But channel conflict is the day-to-day job. It's so how do we handle it? I'd like to answer that question in a different way. I've seen other vendors handle it improperly, where I've been able to kind of swoop in and say, hey, you know what, we're never going to do that to you. So here's our rules of engagement that we'll always live by. And we're actually able to break into new accounts new partners by saying, hey, we're going to stay true to, our rules of engagement. Here they are written, and we'll stay true to that. We're always going to have the issue where the customer is going to want to switch partners. And as long as you're open and honest and show it in your rules of engagement, you're able to mitigate those things. The one thing that I say about channel conflict, it's either you're a direct company or you're a channel company. There's no gray area in this. So you have to be very true to your channel partners and really show this is how you're going to handle those conflicts, up front.